This DJ will kick the floor in 3, 2, 1. On the troll.
Hello and welcome to Mzansi Reality. I know you've been waiting for us. Hey, we've been waiting for you. Yeah, so guys, forgive me about that. Yeah, it's tough in here. It's hot. It's getting hot and hotter. Because I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel this is. Someone asked us if we are fired up. We are definitely fired up.
On the troll.
I'm not sure if I'm fired up.
Listen, it happened that today the case was postponed.
Again.
But before I go on further and tell you more about what was happening in that court, unfolding, let me say this to you, because I see that we have a lot of confusion this is to our subscribers and our people. Mm-hmm. So anything that happens about this case, we will update you. We will update you. And I'm saying this on purpose because there's going to be a lot of clickbaits that are going to happen in the streets of YouTube. South African YouTubers, I would say, they are still finding their feet. Anything that moves, anything that has floods, anything that has people watching, anything that is showing a lot of subscribers, viewers, they will climb on it and they will ride on it. No matter what their views were about this case before all this, eventually, when they see that there's a lot of views, as you guys have been seeing, that this case is bringing a lot of views here, you'll get a lot of clickbait. So don't stress yourself trying to find out what is happening in this case. If there's something happening, we will update you. And do not be confused by your thumbnails. Do not be confused by the headings and all those things, because they will clickbait you to death if you continue wanting to get more of this case. If there's more, we are the first people to know. And because we have had interest from the beginning, way before everything else, we started reviewing the documentary because we were seeing loopholes, not because we were seeing viewers. The viewers were a bonus to us. Viewers was just a bonus to us. It happened that it just catch the fire because we didn't know that everyone is actually interested in this case. So you are going to get a lot of clickbaits about Yom Togo, about everyone else. Save your time, save your data. We will definitely update you. There's someone who requested something about something else. I'm speaking in riddles now. I can't even mention some of the things. We will, and we were looking into that you requested. I was watching something. I was looking at all this thing proceed. So I will definitely think about it, and I will definitely create an exercise and do a bit of research so that we give you proper information.
Okay.
And I'm saying this because there's going to be a lot of so-and-so has just decided to take a taxi. As long as it's in the case, so-and-so has just decided to go to the loo. So-and-so has just, there's going to be a lot of... Right. No, listen. We fighting no one. We're trying to tell the truth as it is. Just for the case and for anything that you probably need. And we appreciate the advice that we are getting from you guys. That's why sometimes we set the time and we start streaming later. Because we don't want to come here and give you what you already know and give you things that don't make sense. This case is not about money from our side. It's about, yes, we are happy that we are getting subscribers and views. It's a bonus. But what is important is that I am a pirate fan myself. You know, I would like to get the truth from Senzo. I've watched Senzo since his playing days. I didn't start knowing about Senzo when he was playing, when he was short and all that. I watched games. I used to go to stadiums. That was a cool guy. At some point I talked to him at Loftus. He was a very cool guy. So this is not about that. So don't even go around fishing and try to, someone has just said so-and-so was seen riding a bicycle. Just happened to pass what looked like Doomy. Those are clickbaits. This is South Africa for you, and that's what you're going to get, right? But if you really want something that shows a bit of research, please stay with us and don't just go around looking on YouTube, unless of course there is a television production, which is a different ball game. And the most of other things, you probably be finding there are people who are following this case, journalists who are following this case closely, and then we have those ones who are just hopping in where they can. So even on YouTube,
it's trending.
Even on YouTube, you get that trending. I want something. I want a piece of
just because it's trending. I want some of them views, and then you end up
getting
misled.
Yeah. So you eventually you follow some of the channels. They will report that someone is going to Delu. They will tell you that I just saw Kelly wearing this and that. There's going to be a lot of that. But what is important, if you want the case,
the details
Senzo
of the
Meyiwa's
case,
trial,
the details of the events,
we are here.
We have you covered.
But if you want to go and get all these other things, go get them. It's all well and good. We don't have any problem with that. But what we have a problem with is people who are hopping in just for the moving car, because it looks nice and sounds good. It brings views and all that. Next thing you find yourself clicking in, clicking out.
Or you can't understand what is going on anymore. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry, but that's a conversation for another day. So for now, let us get into what happened at court today, okay?
Yeah.
Let's move past this. We've delivered the message. Those who will get it. Those not, all in good time, you'll get what we're trying to say and what we mean. So for now, let's get into the case.
Let's get into it.
A lot of events happened today in court. Okay, a lot happened, and we were expected to have a second witness, not even a second witness, another witness after Tumelo, because Tumelo's time was done on Friday. So we were not sure who it was going to be.
But there was that allusion. They
were alluding to Mthokozi's.
Togo. Yes.
The allusion was more based towards Mthokozi's.
And I also feel like it was gonna be Mthogo.
Why?
Dark or blue. Because everything was pointing to that direction. And I will tell you, even the way this case today sort of collapsed, it was pointing to Mthogo. And I'll tell you as we go on why I feel that way.
Okay, so apparently there were even stricter measures at court to this morning. There has been incidents of unaccredited persons entering the court and taking pictures, and this was to mitigate that. So people were actually signing in a register before getting into the courtroom, and there was also a notice on the wall written in capital bold letters saying absolutely no photography is permitted during court proceedings. No photographs of the accused may be taken during the court proceedings under any circumstances. No photographs or video footage of the witness may be taken unless so permitted by the presiding judge. And it looks like whoever this witness was going to be, they were not allowed to take pictures of them as well. So also it seemed like, it didn't seem like it was actually a fact. There was new legal counsel for the accused 1, 2, 2. So that's accused 1 and 2. Their names respectively are Muziaukhalelwa, Sibia, and Bongani Ntanzi. Bongani Ntanzi is the one who was applying for bail. I'm sure you guys can remember him, the tall one who was pointed out by Tumelo Madlala when he said that he remembers him as being one of the intruders at the time of the incident on October 2014, the 26th. And he said he's the one that Senzo Meyiwa was holding his right hand or against the wall. So yeah, they decided to get different counsel. They got a different lawyer.
Maybe, Emily, just to give a background of this, out of the two of these accused that got new lawyers, I would say, because I don't know how many there are, is there anyone out of them who sort of, according to the evidence that was given, confessed or alleged to be confessed doing this thing?
No, there's no one who has confessed.
No. Like, as it was, remember when Tifo was fighting and saying that the guy who confessed, he was kind of harassed to confess.
Or that the statements were made under duress.
Yes.
I remember that allegation coming from Tifo.
Is this one of the two guys? Because the younger one, who actually brought all the five of them, according to Tifo, to this trial.
So Mziwakalela was the first one.
Is that Mziwakalela the one who was leading, according to what we were told in this court, leading the change of lawyers, parents who were saying that
his father is the one who,
and you remember him if you miss the father, Emily. The father is there on Newsroom where they visited the families. So these families are very close, and these two, they actually grew up together. They know each other. Besides this case bringing them together, they kind of have that grow together type of vibe.
So I've been seeing papers driving the narrative that they said they didn't know each other before. So you are saying that they've never said that. They've never said they didn't know each other before.
Others, yes. Others are coming from the same area, but these two, they grew up together. Even the person who was doing interviews, it was not difficult to navigate between the two families.
It seemed like they were close.
They are close, yes. So they grew up together.
So Titi Tobani said that he's representing accused 1 to 4, but there seemed to have been an instructing attorney for accused 1 and 2. Sipho Ramosepele says he is appearing for accused 1 and 2. So the state prosecutor, Advocate George Baloyi, said that they only heard about the development of the new legal counsel this morning. So Baloyi said that Ramosepele received direct instructions from the parent of the accused, which is accused number 1. This is the father of Muzi Aukhalelwa Sibia. He's the one who made the phone call
to the other
attorney on Friday, and then that other attorney, Ramosepele, said that he told him that he would need to speak with the other family, which is Bongani Ntanzi's family.
The name of the attorney is Sipho, right?
Sipho Ramosepele.
So when we use the name Sipho, do not get confused. So
he said that they called and they said that they have to speak to the family of Bongani Ntanzi to get approval whether he can go and represent them in court from now on, carrying the baton off from Titi Toban. So Titi Toban is not off the case. He's just legal counsel now for accused 3 and 4.
Yes.
So he hasn't left. He's just maybe has less off his plate. And people were asking whether he is fired or...
He was fired. He was fired.
The termination of representation of legal counsel. Well, he doesn't seem to think that they got fired. He's saying that, you know what, it's a client's right. We get instructions from clients, and if clients no longer want to give us instructions, then it's time for us to leave.
Okay.
It's not necessarily a bad thing, okay? And he did say in one of the interviews regarding the crowdfunding, people are not donating. Guys, ushilo with that interview that people are not donating. So that's also a pending issue.
So we probably contributed to this by not.
But it's not enough.
I'm saying we probably contributed by not maybe giving for those who have not.
Yeah, unfortunately. So that is something that we'll have to speak of in the future. However, now, Baloyi said that Ramosipele received direct instructions from the parent of accused number 1, and the matters that were beyond their control. Namazu Baloyi, guys, the matters, Your Honor, were beyond our control. Mr. Ramosipele needs to acquaint himself with the case docket. And we request that we stand down for a while for these discussions. The matter will be postponed. And yes, the trial was postponed to the 5th of May 2023, all the way up until 26th of May 2023. So that is the next available court session for this trial. And apparently it's because it's a criminal case or it's a criminal matter. The court dates for civil matters and criminal matters are not the same. So these criminal matter ones always have like a huge gap in between, according to the explanation that Attorney Titi Tobani and that lady, her name is Hadeb.
What is the logic? Because what is the logic of that? Why crime? You'd expect crime to be put in as something that is banning. So why do you need the space in between?
I don't know.
I mean, those who are studying law, they can educate us here, because it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. That's why our brothers are sitting there for years, like this guy who was arrested for whatever that he was arrested for, which according to him was, I think it's on the network what is it? Agenda network. Mbopa. Yes. So such things, you have to wait for that long?
Well, Judge Maumela asked Mr. Ramosipele, is there any reason you didn't pre-warn your colleagues about this? And Ramosipele said, I received instructions on Thursday. I didn't have my Leonard colleagues' numbers, and I was busy in other courts. Now that to me, I don't know, did you find it strange? I found it very strange that he couldn't pick up a phone, write an email, something, Yana. Didn't you find it strange?
Look, I like this Veiws graduate. His English is seemingly better. Obviously, it's an upgrade from D4, they would say. But I think for me, we still need to be together for long for me to start
to see where
trusting everything that he does. For now, I have got my theory.
You'll get to it in the end.
Yes.
Let me finish. Judge Maumela said, I am raising this concern because there are protracted delays in this trial. It had become common attitude to use this time economically to avoid protracted trial. Ramosipele said, I am cognizant of that, my lord. Cognizant of that.
Yeah, that's when you know the Veiws is in the house here.
Maumela said, I am worried because this issue of delays will become a problem. Even sometimes, even before the end of the trial, we should all note these delays which will take effect on this trial. And then there was a short adjournment. This comes after Titi Toban, I think, is the one who asked for the short adjournment so that he could find out what's going on. He didn't know that accused 1 to 2 had found or sought different legal counsel. They didn't tell him anything. So he looked
Surprise,
shocked, he
surprise.
looked surprised, and he was rather, you could see that he was a bit shaken and emotional a bit, you know.
Surprise, surprise. It's work. Listen, guys, while you are there, I see we have 285 and we have 57 likes. That is not a good look.
Let's
Let's
take it
give
to
them time.
100.
On the troll.
100.
Let's give them time to like. Maybe you are too fast. Can you guys like? And for
Please
those
like
who
the
are not
video,
subscribed, subscribe. Please subscribe. That's why you cannot comment. That's why you cannot ping your comment here, because you have not subscribed, so you don't have the right to comment. Please subscribe.
All right, so the trial did get postponed, but just before that happened, Judge Maumela said, Mr. Ramosipili, is there any reason you didn't pre-warn your colleagues about this? And Ramosipili said, I received instructions on Thursday. I didn't have my colleagues' Leonard numbers and I was busy in the courts. Okay, so yeah, there was that adjournment, and quickly looking into what Ramathisele said, that sparked a bit of controversy. Ramasipele also dropped a bombshell that contradicted both accused number 1 and number 2's previous statements, in which they had previously maintained that they didn't know each other. You've already ruled that out. You said that they never said that. So Mr. Ramathisele said he, Muzikao Khalelwa Sibiya's father, indicated to me that the accused number 2 grew up with his son, accused 1, therefore he was still going to speak with the family of accused number 2 before they finalized and concretize. My goodness. Did I say that right?
Welcome to Vets. Welcome to Vets.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I just have to bring in a bit of humor here. But concrete, I don't know what that word means. Don't ask me.
Whatever, it's to make concrete.
My
I had
appointment
concretized.
in this matter, as was only done on Saturday. In light of that, my lord, I couldn't take a chance and confirm something that was not 100% that I would be here. Hence, my learned colleagues and their court were not informed then. Okay. All right, so State Advocate Judge Baloyi highlighted that the state was ready to proceed, but indicated that due to circumstances, the case would have to stand down. The 5 suspects are Muzikao Khalelwa Sibiya, Bongani Ntanzi, Mthobisi Mncube, Mthokoziseni Mapisa, and Sifiso Ntuli. They all pleaded not guilty. So the trial will resume on the 5th of May 2023.
Okay.
There was also an interesting interaction that happened. Bongani Ntanzi stood up and said, apologized to Titi Tobani in court and said that they didn't mean to hurt him. When he sees them on the street, he shouldn't be mad at him or them. He should greet them. He hopes that there's no bad blood between the two of them. And then Titi Tobani got up and corrected them and said, no, it's professional. It's how it's supposed to be. It's how things are supposed to be. They don't need to apologize. He's not upset. Okay, and then he even corrected them that he's not an advocate, he's an attorney. So he said, no, they shouldn't do that. It's all professional. He's not mad at them.
All right. Let me just give you a legal opinion here from WhatsApp.
Okay.
The reason why Sipo did not call Titi is because he was not an instructed attorney yet at the time. The decision by both parents were taken on Saturday. Also, it was not Sipo's duty to cancel the new client's instructions with TT. The clients themselves were to cancel the engagement. So through that sounds very direct and truthful.
Oh, that is like an explanation that actually the clients are the ones that are responsible for terminating.
Because they hired.
because they are the ones who hired TT.
Not
so
today.
they let him Thursday, Friday without saying anything, and then they wait for court.
As he was
but then I
consulting with them.
understand, because remember the conditions that they said they were in. They don't even have phones. I can't even call it. There was some time that was being narrated in court. Say, was it by Advocate Diff or Advocate Diff?
So are you telling me that if they cannot call, this is the parents' decisions, which were new to them also?
I would like to get confirmation from the parents if ngampela all of this happened. I'm skeptical to believe the parents are the ones. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to feel, because when I looked at that interview they did, is it Newsroom Africa with the parents?
Yes, they said they didn't have money, and you could see where they come from, in villages there. Who's paying for this new one from Veiws, Sipo?
Hi man.
Who's paying for them?
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to imagine this whole thing, and I'm like, these parents or this father, has he left the province of KZN and come here and went to look for a lawyer
in Joburg?
Kwenzakalani bafowethu? Like,
what was the criteria to choose this one?
Hayi ukuthi sibathatha kancane.
No, I'm not. There was a call, so there was no need for a father to actually travel to Joburg.
Yeah,
but my worry,
precisely the legal firm.
My worry is, these are people from villages. Abafowethu obaba laba kithi. We know who did the research to get this attorney. Who actually said this is actually a good attorney for you?
I'm trying to think.
And who's gonna pay?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to.
I don't care how many cows you have sold, but who's gonna pay? This case is long. This case is gonna be long. We are on the third one out of how many? 100 and something? Or we are on the third person. So,
and there's still more to come. A lot more.
So I don't have any problem with them getting a lawyer. But my worry is, who is this person? And this person is very, very, very calculative. And I'll tell you why. If it's a hypothesis, if really it was Ntogo on the stand, I think the state was going to be found wandering with their pens down.
You think so?
That is me. That is me. I think any delay that was done today is more beneficial to the state than anyone else of this case.
It is.
And I'm that's why I'm saying I'm worried about this whole process. I am so worried. Who is helping them? Who's helping them? Because look here. Maybe you didn't look at this. A delay of 636 is a delay of 375. So these seek to threaten 636, prolonging it as it is right now, prolonging it further to another 2 to 3 years. Right?
Yeah.
So you look at the distance between the breaks and all that, you can literally tell it's going to be around 2 to 3 years. So my question is very simple. Who's helping them? Who's paying for them? They didn't have money. They said it on TV. They said it when they were interviewed. They don't have money. They were trusting in Tifo. They said that. The father said that. And the father of the other one said that too.
The same thing.
Now, where did they get all this? Where did they get this well articulated?
And this lawyer is he says he was in court, right? Randburg court. And right now the case is being delayed because he needs time. And on top of that, he will not be available next week.
Only one person.
Or this week.
He
won't be available this whole week.
So if for the sake of the case, I mean, if really people wanted to fast forward the case, for the sake of the case, this man was not supposed to accept up until they are done with accused. I mean, they are done with this current witness. Because either way, he has delayed us now.
Yes.
And he comes with excuses already. He's a busy man by the looks of things.
He is. He looks like a busy man.
But yet he had this small time to come and distract this whole thing. Why didn't he advise them to say, let us wait for this one? Because I'm saying this one was important, more so if it was in Togo. So Mzilgazi's Twitter alleging to that. I saw, and there's also a bit of complaining about this whole thing, this justice delay, with justice denied.
He released a series of tweets.
It is worrying. That is the case. I know that TT said he was going to consult with these people, but I think it was about something else. I don't think it has to do with what happened on Monday.
Okay, can I go through the tweets for those people who don't know?
No, you can definitely shoot from those tweets.
One of Senzo Meyiwa's childhood friends, Mthokozisi Twala, is expected to take a stand today as a new witness. Mthokozisi spent a week with Senzo along with singer Kelly Khumalo and her sister Zandile, and was in the house when Senzo was shot. Mthokozisi is a cousin to Senzo's wife, Mandisa Mkhize, and a friend to Kelly Khumalo, but isn't related to Longwe, or rather was a friend to Kelly Khumalo, but isn't related to Longwe. Mthokozisi has opened a case against police after he was allegedly assaulted when he refused to make a false statement about what happened, allegedly. 2 cell phones.
Now you see why I say I have a feeling that if really this was in Togo, everything was going to break loose. Do you understand? That is my thinking. I think Togo is not as in a controlled environment as Dumi. I feel like Togo, they didn't have, the state was not going to have much questions to ask or even lead whatever that they needed to lead. So Togo comes with his lawyer, right?
Yes. Allegedly.
So Togo seemingly is independent. The delaying of Togo then is delaying of the truth. Because in Togo, I don't think if he was given a chance today, he was going to sing the same tune as everyone else. That's my feeling. If that was going to be the case, I don't think he would have needed a lawyer to represent him in court, right? And it is alleged that that lawyer was there, right? Today in court. So, delaying him to go, who has been quiet wherever he has been all these years, and all of a sudden, when it's if it was his time, you disturb him, and you say it's for the benefit of these people. These are people who, under duress, allegedly, admitted into doing this. Now, these are the same people, one of them actually, is alleged to have pointed everyone else. The same person's parents is delaying now the case.
2 cell phones that were active on October 26, 2014, and in that house when Senzo was killed, weren't processed by the police. One phone was reportedly stolen by the intruders and the other one was hidden from the police because someone had more than one phone. Shortly after Senzo's funeral, a senior police officer kept Tumelo Madlala away from the investigating team. She kept telling them that he was in a witness protection house in Cape Town while she kept him in a hotel in Richards Bay. What were they cooking? That's a question that Mzilikazi asks. While Tumelo was in a fake witness protection, another Senzo's friend who was in the house, Mtogozi Sitwala, was summoned to submit additional information, but instead he was reportedly assaulted by police after he allegedly refused to make a false statement. Allegedly.
Now, there is allegedly that leading investigator who sort of was messing up the case in a sense, right? Who was working with Joyce, right? According to what we are getting from the streets, from the Twitter, from
Senzo Meyiwa, Advocate.
In fact, there is a Senzo Meyiwa's video here from Newsroom saying that one leading investigator stole the statement, and is the very same leading investigator who was kind of allegedly harassing people, right? And then this new case was born. You even questioned why it was that the two cases were reporting to two different people. It has to do with that.
Yes. And
then along those lines, there was that Joyce Butele is leaving Senzo's case. Do you understand? And it is alleged, we will hear when Joyce comes. We hope he comes because we want to know why did he leave the case? Because that would be a very good question to start with. Why did you leave the case?
Why did she leave?
Why is your docket called a junior?
A referral by junior
attorney. While you have 100% record. Yes, you have 100% record of catching one of the notorious person that you have done. In fact, you have 100% record of arrest. You are one of the best. Why all of a sudden these people who are coming to this person who's coming to testify is busy painting you with a brush like that? And we hope that it's not going to prolong for long, because obviously we dig. And there are people who are doing this 636, leading this 636, who have a certain tendency, because whatever that was reported there, someone else is showing the same signs. Because if you dig again about 636, people who are in charge of it, that's where you see there's a case pending of harassment for something else. Yet with Joyce, this was the first time this is happening. If really it happened, allegedly.
His
history is not giving us that. So I think this for me was a delay, and it was done on purpose, and I think it sort of exposes, if not exposes Ntogo himself, if really it was Ntogo who's going to come. It's like, when you've been waiting for this rabbit hiding, when it comes out, then you've got it, because you are now you now have that access that you've been looking for. That is my thinking. That's why I'm against this whole delay. I'm not against any delay of a new person coming to help, who's got good credentials like this attorney. I don't have any problem with that. I don't. But I have a problem with what happened today. His timing was very wrong.
His timing, man.
His timing was very wrong. He might be good. He might be one of the best behind Boberi and everyone else. But his timing, that is the thing that is making me start really thinking otherwise. Because, the timing was so good. so good. No, couldn't you have let this guy maybe talk, maybe halfway then, after talking, when it's time to start asking questions, and then you come in there, but let him talk. Let him talk, because the first part was going to be him explaining this whole thing freely with no disturbance.
But loyal guy.
I don't care. But all I'm just saying is that I find it very weird.
We could tell with Tumelo that there has been some prepping that may have happened, allegedly. And I'm wondering if it's happening with Mtogo. That's what I'm wondering.
Remember, Mtogo is the only one who allegedly pressed the charges for allegedly being harassed.
So he has no trust he doesn't trust the police wherever he is.
I don't think he trusts the police. And I think the timing, that's why I'm saying the timing after this man has been quiet wherever he is. I don't even think that is protected by the...
Why he left Runback running, and then he came
to stop to come
everything.
And tell us that he's occupied.
And then the audacity of saying that this week I'll be busy. Guys, when Zagalani is South Africa.
Did they even...
I like, why was it so easy for him to just come and stop everything like that? I don't understand that part.
Couldn't he have been busy for a day or two so that this
why
guy
didn't he come
talking?
On Thursday or Friday?
Friday, my lord, I just finished now, and then I decided to
knowing very well that the Friday they will be finishing.
Because the good thing is that he didn't have...
they'll be setting for a date for another time next year, which was either way gonna be that May.
Why
by the way,
disturb Monday? Just 5 days. Why won't you give us this 5 days?
On a day Mtogo was supposed to come in allegedly.
Why wouldn't you just give us this 5 days?
Wow.
Just 5 days. 5 days to sit here and analyze the whole testimony. 5 days.
I wanted to hear Mtogo's testimony myself. I was very... that's the only one I care about.
I knew when Mr. Vasilina stood up, I knew from there we are screwed. When he stood up, with that arrangement of hands, my lord, there is nothing we can do. I knew we are screwed.
There's nothing we can do, my lord.
I knew from there.
How?
That something is not going to happen here.
Now I'm seeing Gabsile Mabuza is stressing the confessions. Okay, she's stressing the confessions. She's like, the reason why Ibeliga accused number 2 was not given is because of they had written the confessions. These confessions allegedly were made under duress. Under duress meaning that they were literally beaten up allegedly to make those confessions. Now another thing you may not know is also money was offered allegedly. Allegedly, there was money offered. I think the accused number 1 was offered something like 100,000.
And then the other ones, the one was offered more.
3 million.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
So I hear you, Gabsile, when you say, Mr. Anonymous and Emily, the question here, Gabsile, that you must also look at is there is a difference between Tumi and Mtogo. And I'll tell you why. You listen to the testimony of Tumi. It was so excluding Mtogo. I only saw Mtogo. We were with Mtogo smoking. He was taking phone calls now and then. You see, that was sort of saying. It sounded like a throwing under the bus type of a thing. And you see now why I say I believe that if it was not disturbed today, I don't know what will happen next, but today, why I believed that it was going to be a good thing today, he came with a lawyer, allegedly. And if that was the case, that already you have two different things that you have to look at. The testimony is so inclusive of everyone else. Come on, man. You can circle people who are going to speak almost similar things here because they move together and one was sitting down watching them move. But this one, only one guy, which is Mtogo, he's not sure of what happened with him. Everyone was moving, even so clearly. Like, you put this thing in a slow motion. Everyone is moving towards the other guy to harass the other guy, even so clearly. Around that time, I'm still sitting down, going to the bedroom and coming back very fast to start the harassment around that point.
With his crutches.
And this is the only time I stood up. That's when now, I started moving and the action started, but I don't remember where Mtogo was. Does that tell you that Mtogo was going to say the same thing? Because Mtogo was supposed now to explain himself. Because Tommy missed you, what did you do?
Where were you?
What did you drink? And in fact, it's just that sometimes you become greedy. I would have wished Mtogo to come at the end. And I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because I feel like the two or three that are still going to come, now their testimony is going to be sort of trying to either link or twist or mastermind what Mtogo is saying. But in any case, if he was there, it was cool.
Going there.
Yes.
So you are saying that the rest of them would have probably supported Tumelo?
No, they would have supported Tumelo, yes. But I feel like now they're going to try to twist some of the things to make him look more bad.
Then
because already
the
issue of a cell phone, answering the cell phone, that is portraying someone who's agitated, who knows something that's going to happen. Do you understand? Maybe you missed that part.
I missed that part. So they are going to paint him as someone who was very uncomfortable on
allegedly.
the edge.
Yes.
Allegedly. All of it, everything is alleged. Everything is alleged on Mzansi reality. Okay.
So do you see why I'm saying that? I don't think Mtogo was going to sing the same tune. And if he was going to sing the same tune, I'll tell you now, he didn't need a lawyer. Because he already had one in
Mr.
Malone.
Vasily, that was the lawyer that was going to, like he did with Tumelo, to facilitate the process. So now, as soon as I heard that he's bringing his own lawyer, I was like...
Do you see? Pela, Mtogo was agitated. And you are forgetting that Mtogo is allegedly related to Mandis. Do you understand? That should tell you something. This is allegedly someone who refused to put a false statement.
Refused.
And
what did he get allegedly? A beating. And the 5 accused.
So that should tell you there's only one person so far that we've heard of who got a beating, because even Zandi was busy blabbing on ENCA. He never talked about the beating.
No.
Sister didn't talk about the beating. No. Only one person got a beating.
Even Tumelo didn't talk about the beating.
He
talked about the beating of Mtogo.
Yes, he was asked directly, were you beating yourself? No. Now, does that make sense, Kapsile?
No, Kapsile. I agree with you, Mr. Anonymous, but I am questioning the wisdom of Baloyi to call a witness who would not support the state's case. Why do you think there's a postponement, Kapsile?
This is where the postponement comes in.
This postponement was not going to happen if that was the case.
That's why I'm saying
Come on now.
I don't think allegedly this postponement was not going to happen. Allegedly. You know? I don't think that Mtogo, they had any time with him that much after the whole incident of harassment.
Guys, I think we can open the lines for you to call in now. I am just processing everything. I am processing it. I don't know. I'm not sure. Everything is allegedly. Tonight, everything is allegedly. Even my name is allegedly. I am so allegedly today. So
I'm also
please,
allegedly.
everything allegedly. We are speculating a lot today.
We are creating a narrative.
Today we have nothing to work with. Today khona kunzima, tough, tricky. Mdagabao, everything is just tricky today because I don't want to put my foot into a lot of things. And I know most of us are emotional today. I know a lot of us are upset, including myself. I'm very upset. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't see it coming.
There's someone here on WhatsApp saying that the issue here is not about SIPO. The issue here is not about SIPO. The accused right of representation and he never at any stage delay any proceedings. We are not saying that, but we are saying the timing is good. Hey, how are you?
Emily, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
I good, man. Angifuna ukuqhamanga in our days emajele ngaphakathi sekunama-phones. If ubaba ka-accused number 1 ebem-arrangela ummeli, ngabe uyazi accused number 1, eventually no accused number 2 ebezokwazi. Now nakubo lento ukuthi sifunele usitholele ummeli i-surprise. If kuukuthi siyafika next year May, ummeli akaziwa ekhabo accused number 1.
Yes.
Ummeli kuzomela abuye enkantolo bamcharge for ukudelay isikhathi. Ngine feeling yokuthi akaziwa ummeli ekhabo accused number 1. But he said yena uthe ubaba ka accused number 1 owamfonela wamcela ukuthi azomela laba abawu2.
How did you verify that?
The question is when ufonelwe Thursday awenza ama means okuhlangana nalabantu okumele yobamela Thursday, Friday, weekend. When uzoqhamuka ngeMonday surprise ayikho surprise enkantolo. Do you know that you can't surprise them?
No, you cannot.
You cannot. So, asazi Mr. Anonymous, asazi kwenzakala ngale case, but nginaleyo nto nje emkhondweni ukuthi ummeli lona uzodisturba nje mfowethu ukuthi delaying techniques, they call them ngayizwa ngoPesca Zuma lento ukuthi Stalin grant and stuff like that. This is what ubalo playing here. Ngokubuka kwami ngendlela mina engiyibuka ngayo, but ke asazi bafutha. I don't know, iya frustrate lento kasi isisuhlungu licase ka Senzo. It's very unfair what is happening to him.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, but ke that labanye ke sizwe izimvo zabanye bafutha. Siyabonga kakhulu for the show, ne?
Siyabonga kakhulu.
Okay.
Right. Let me see. Yeah, so, I hear you when you're saying that there's nothing wrong, but it is too much. The timing. The timing. If you came on Wednesday, Tuesday, I would kind of, the timing is so good. Mzansi Reality, hello.
Hello.
Yes, how are you?
Yebo njani?
Sikhona njani?
Ngiyaphila, ukhuluma noThabo.
Yebo Thabo.
Yeah, I'm the one that said uvusi ubalo Sipho, the new attorney, didn't do anything to delay this case. The reason why I'm saying that is because it is the client or it is the accused right to choose who is going to represent them.
Yeah.
And I will say with confidence that they did the right thing to change TT.
Tell us here.
Why?
He
Tell us
never
why.
contested anything. on their behalf. He didn't bring facts. He's busy talking about, am I here saying? Why I'm saying that, the simple thing, he didn't do research. The lady who's representing accused number 5 did her research, going to the neighbors to get information. Like, for an example, the simple thing, when they were saying Senzo was facing, was against the window on that particular day. She did find it out from a neighbor. That is research. You need to also do research, not to read things on newspapers and Facebook.
Did you find out from the neighbor, or it was written on the statement?
It's a neighbor statement,
yes.
Which Titi is supposed to have.
Yes, exactly.
Titi was the first to take the stand before the lady. He was supposed to also bring such things.
I would understand if you say that, yeah.
And open the case wide open. And it gives your client an opportunity to give doubt to the judge. Secondly, I don't think that the state was going to call Umtogo if Umtogo it's not going to support the statements. But these guys have a very, very good strategy. I'm hoping that this attorney will see through that. Their strategy is to exclude each other, so that whenever they give their testimony, they will give individual testimony that will not contradict each other.
So you are saying two guys, because I don't agree with you if you say these guys, all of them, because at some point Tumelo testified on behalf of Kaylee. He will even come and say things, and Zandi, but only Mtogo.
No, when I'm mentioning the guys, I'm talking about Tumelo not talking much about Ulongwe and not talking about much about Ulon. Umtogo.
Okay.
Remember, Tumelo don't talk anything about Ulongwe since Ulongwe Pumile. Meaning he knows nothing. Naye Ulongo Magabuya, he knows nothing about what happened after he left. No, Tumelo, no, Mtogo, he will know nothing about what happened because he also left. So they want to exclude each other so that their testimony cannot contradict each other.
Let me give you that. But knowing Tumi, seeing Tumi testify, do you really think that something is at play with three guys except the other ones?
I'm really struggling to hear you.
Is that what you are saying? This testimony that Tumi gave has to do with everyone else except the two?
The reason why I'm saying this strategy it's cooked for them. It's because it will be easy to break an outsider, but it's not going to be easy to break the three women that were there.
Okay.
They will have their own statement that protects them.
There is only one thing that we heard from Togo since that incident, is how he explained the entrance of Longwe Twala, where he said on the documentary, it was like an angel of death entered the house. Do you remember that part?
Yes, I remember.
Why do you think he said that?
What about entering the house? The statement will be the same to all of them. I don't see anything that will differ that much. But what happened after, it's the most important thing. What happened after the so-called intruders entered the house and the leaving of the intruders? That is actually the bone of contention. Because the entering of people, we can't contest it. But the activities when they were inside, if I say I remain in the house, I need to say exactly what the other person said, also in my statement. But now, on their statement, on especially on Tumelo statement, Longwe don't take part. Ageko Long, not Tumelo Ageko, so that they can't contradict themselves on the actual activities that happen when they were inside and when they leave.
Do you know that Mtogo left immediately after delivering Senzo to
after the
hospital.
incident.
Yes.
And Tumelo stayed behind.
Yeah. What is your take on that?
I don't want to throw too much into that, but knowing the state, they are not going to call Umtogo if Umtogo is going to differ. They were going to leave Umtogo out,
Even if
they call someone who's going to come and differ with their key witnesses, it's going to throw eggs into their face.
Huh? I hear you. It's a good point you are putting there. I just have few unanswered ones because since then, Ntogo has been quiet. Since then, and we understand on the issue of Longwe, we understand because
I'm sorry.
He allegedly went there too.
And him keeping quiet. Even Utumel was quiet. They were both there on the documentary. We are still going to discover what Ntogo benefited as well. Good documentary.
How long did Ntogo take?
He doesn't want to say much, but he was also taking part on the documentary. And him keeping quiet and being away for some time doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to come back and sing a different tune, especially if he's going to be witness number 4.
We hear you. So the state will never call someone that will contradict themselves, contradict the whole case.
They are definitely not going to do that. Remember what happened with Mbolombo and Kwabe and Elon in Cape Town about the Tawana issue. They contradicted each other. They even said Vodacom is lying. They did receive those calls. They deleted calls. They contradicted each other up until the state lost the case because they were not properly prepared. The state do prepare all witnesses, and in Togo it's also prepared. You will see when he takes the stand that he is also prepared. And a person who is being prepared, he likes to speak about things that preempt things, speak about things that he was not asked because he wants to quickly finish. Like
Tumelo, we saw that to Tumelo. We're not saying that he was prepared, but we saw that allegedly. So all I'm just saying is that there is too much attached to this case. And why did Tumelo say? In fact, Tumelo testified about Ntogo a lot. He just doesn't know where he was in the house. That's it. That's the only thing. That's not the issue of phone, answering phone and being agitated and all those things. Doesn't that sort of count for something? To me, that sounds like you are throwing me under. Remember, Tumtogozis is a cousin to allegedly cousin to Mandis, right?
Yes.
So me answering phones and then all of a sudden. Mandisa's fiance who's cheating is shot. Doesn't that throw me under the bus?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, if you are looking at it from that angle, but do you think you can take a stand and change? Because before you take the stand, you have a statement that you give, and once you change what you written there under oath on the statement, therefore you are inviting trouble for yourself as well.
No, I hear you. And allegedly, he pressed charges when he was harassed. Who do you think he pressed charges against when he was harassed?
And last thing about Usito.
Yeah.
I think now it's the case will be the marathon that we've been waiting for. He will bring that spark in this case. We are not going to fall asleep while we are listening to the case. I'm very excited that they brought our our vet guy to help us to awaken the case.
Thank you very much. You have too much hope with this guy.
You
have from Veiws yourself.
I think it's the English.
Yeah, he's from Veiws himself. Okay. I see you, Tracy. Tracy is saying something. Let's see. Mzansi Reality, hello.
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Hello?
Mzansi Reality, hello.
Mzansi Reality, hi.
Hello?
We can hear you.
Yeah. Uthetha no France.
Yes.
Hi, Franz.
Hi, France.
Man, le case lena indlela ephethwe ngayo hayi.
Hey, can you reduce the sound behind?
Franz, please reduce the volume of the device you're using to watch us. Hello?
You're right.
Oh my God, Franz, what are you doing to us?
Can you reduce the sound? We're still on. You still are on. If you can just reduce or just mute a bit, and then you'll start. I think you'll push it up again if you can.
Well, Tracy Kotlolo says, "Hey Emily and Mr. Anonymous, I really like your channel. I'm learning a lot about this case every day. Thanks."
Thank you very much.
We are also
Let me
learning.
answer this one. I'm just gonna pause you here because.
Hi.
Hello, can you hear us now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hayi kukhona ukushaya amanzi lapha. Kukhona ukushaya amanzi ngoba nale ndoda naye beyithanda abafazi.
Yeah, no, definitely that we cannot hide from. He passed away on the scene of shame.
Yeah,
I'll put it like
ngoba
that.
uyabona ukuthi ikhona esinye statement esithi etshontsha usisi kaKheli yabo.
Sure.
Aphinda athandana noKheli.
Sure.
And behamba nosibari wakhe ubhuti kaMandisa. Uyayibona le nto?
Sure.
So kusekude la sisazohamba ngempela yabo.
Hayi. Siyawezwa ama-submission akho siwenza kahle.
Sisazohamba ngempela lana.
It's a long
Ngoba
day.
kuzomana kukhonjwa lona ngoba uyakhumbula uMrs Mshololo.
Yeah. Is it Mrs.?
Uthi ikhona idecision ehengishiweyo ekhomba utumelo yabo.
Yes.
Yebo.
Manje nanku kuvela lo usibari walendoda.
Yeah.
Naye phela ikhona enye idecision ehengishiweyo ngakuye futhi. Ngenxa yokuthi naye ekhona laphana engusibari wakhe ngeke athande phela kuthathwa indoda yosisi wakhe ekhona.
Yeah.
And le ndoda umuntu odumile yabo.
Yes.
So hayi kubenzima.
You see you are coming with yenye theory ke futhi leyo. Okuyona ke mina bengiyibona ngazi ukuthi leli case belibheke kuyo.
Hayi mina ngazi ngizawubona mase iphelile yabo.
Yeah.
Ngizawubona mase iphelile ngoba kusazobanjwa abantu kuphinde kuyekwe abanye yabo.
Hey.
Hayi basazowathola ngama-million mos abantu beyeka ngithi nalo munye wathi.
Kodwa ke kungani oDr Khehleleze bangasincedi phela ayithi ngabantu ababonayo ngokomoya bona.
Hey, uyasiqhatha wena.
Angithi bayazenza izinto zenzeka. Nangu umcimbi ukhona lana mabayenze phela. Bakhomba umbulali yabo.
Uyasiqhatha wena, uyasiqhatha. No, let us take the next corner. Uyasiqhatha.
Oh my God.
No, khona siyabamba la. Uyasiqhatha. Ake sithi hello Mzansi Reality, hello.
Yabona kunjani?
Sikhona mfowethu.
Ngiyakholwa. Uthi uba ku live nini konja?
Sorry?
Uba ku live nini ekseni?
Oh manje mfowethu silana njengamanje sishaya khona si live so ungashutha nje into yakho.
No, mthakho begithi ngifuna ukufona ngiyabuza.
No, like njengamanje njengoba ufona ubuza nje we are live at 9 p.m.
Angizwa?
9 p.m.
Oh, ni live njengamanje.
Yes.
Okay. Ngicela ukubuza bafu.
Yeah.
Ngabe lento kulimaza kanjani nomnotho noma mhlambe kwezokuphepha kulento eyenzekayo mhlambe inika sithi isithombe mangabe kuzokwenzeka kanje.
Okay, buze kahle buze economist. No, ngicabanga ukuthi mfethu into ekuyivezayo kwamanye amazwe afuna ukwenza izinto ngendlela right ebonakalayo kusibonisa ukuthi si country weak mhlasimpe engenawo umthetho oqinile. Lokho ke akuvezi kahle izwe uma ngabe kuziwa kwezokuinvesta. Nawe uma uzoinvest ezweni uqala ubheka izinto ezinjengalezo ukuthi linjani lelizwe noma likangakanani ukuthi nokuthi liyempini ubheka izinto ezinjengalezo. So uma ubona na ukuthi hey la angazuthi umthetho into nje umbedo nawe uzoqala ufinyele ngoba uzothenga ake ngithi nje mhlawumbe uzothenga iproperty uthi usayithengile kusemnandi qhamuka umuntu aqhwaga ahlale kuye afika lewini icala. So ngaleyo ndlela uma uyibuka ngaleyo ndlela umnotho ayuvezi kahle.
Okay. I'm thinking mhlambe ngendlela obuka izinto zenzeka ngayo mhlambe umthetho wona ayikho investigation oqhubeka nayo underground because into kuphinde ibheke kuyenza ukuthi mhlambe uthi ukubhizi ngapha umthetho ube ubhizi ngendlela. Ukhumbule esantini ke wathiwa kunebomb kwathiwa kwaphinde kwathiwa alikho okukhombisa ukuthi intelligent yethu kwesinye isikhathi ukhona la isiza khona uyabona lento.
Angiboni ukuthi bengaletha intelligence yezwe mfowethu into abangayiletha mhlambe yiyo eyomthetho le. Uma ukuthi ke yomthetho isisubmitile le case la yalibeka phambi kwethu angiboni ukuthi kumele beqhubeke belisebenze kodwa kukhona into njengaleyo eke yashiwo TT ukuthi kukhona uphenyo oluthize oluqhubekayo ngento ethize ekhona kuyo le case le. Kodwa nje yona into engingayisho ukuthi njengamanje icase ngoba kanje iphelele intelligence idlalile indima yayo.
Ngizebe sihleshile mangibuka efonini ngabe ihleshe ibaba bayihleshile intuli ngomhlolo noma ilaba abanye abasola bangaphakathi.
Ilaba abanye abayenza ukuthi ihlehle ngani ngoba bona bayithole sebethola ummeli omusha osadinga ukuthi ayilungiselele.
Baphi laba ngabavela abangaphakathi.
Ababili abangaphakathi. Yebo. Siyabonga.
Ngaba ama-chances ukuthi uTefo abuye kanganani?
Hayi mancane kakhulu mfowethu njengamanje kusamela lwele ukuthola ilicense yakhe ngokuya. Mangathi uyabuya impela ngathi mancane kakhulu ngathi nje awu 5% kuyincike kuthani uyayithola ilicense yakhe.
Yo.
Okay. Kodwa ke mabethi kunensolo noma mhlawumbe kuthiwa amaphoyisa kunophenyo asalenza. Ake sithembe ukuthi isonto sizophuma.
Asithembe kanjalo mfowethu siyabonga kakhulu.
Siyabonga.
Yeah.
The people are asking for a summary of what you were
Zanzi
saying.
Reality. Hello, I'll try to.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
We good.
Yes.
I'm the one who normally watch this story or this case of Senzo.
Yeah.
I'm Noctulas Bongsen Matengela. I'm staying here at Mlazi. What
Hi,
I'm saying, we judge Maumela. Maybe he is making this thing of like he is like bias, so that the guy Tumelo will think that he cares so much and be like relaxed. You heard when he said he mustn't reveal where he is staying right now.
Okay.
So that by the time they catch him, they won't have to look around. He won't be able to run away. He is situated where he's situated. He knows. I was thinking Judge Moyla was biased. Yes, he was showing his biasness, but you may never know. Maybe he is making him to feel free, as if he is seen that he doesn't have there's no case on him.
Yeah.
They will allow that to happen every time, so that by the time they need him to put him in custody, they won't have to look around. You see, Tumelo is very funny, and this strategy of this new new attorney, you may find eventually you'll find that they both know Tobani and this other guy, as if today they pretended like they don't know each other, as he said that he never had their numbers to contact, as he just barged in today. They both know. The guy, Tabani knows, and he knows. They spoke. You heard he said he was conducted by the parent on Thursday, and then he never got time because he was in high court with dealing with another case.
Yeah.
So today too, as they pretend not to know each other so that they won't have a fight with Maumela as the way he is.
Yes.
Even himself, he asked why you never conducted the Supreme Court or what court.
Yeah.
You would have got everything that you needed and do the case. You cannot just go to the case having not read anything. It's them who agenda the case so that you'll get enough time. They are still going to meet. As he said, that no, we'll talk that outside, not here in court.
Okay.
The Dumela is a bad guy, and when he comes around here to Mlas, I'm telling you, people are going to get rid of him. He will never come here. That's why he's hidden. The place where he is not to be told, so that by the time they need him, they'll simply catch him. I used to hate Maumela so much, but now I see that no, he's using his strategy. He's an old judge. He can't just do it because this thing is in black and white. It's in Tumelo can't answer everything, anything, everything he doesn't know. Only what favors him, he will tell. But if you speak about time, he doesn't know. He doesn't know everything. He doesn't know everything. He only knows, like today, he told us of Buthelezi, Mrs. Buthelezi or Mr. Buthelezi, the other guy, the other one who then Maumela said no, but the lady said no, and Tobani, you like taking now two things that he never testified on them. You understand? And this guy, the prosecutor, never wanted Balo Shumshololo to look at a document that she had, and she said no, everything that I'm talking about is here on record. You heard that?
Yeah, no.
So may never know. No. May never know. But Tumelo is going inside. Shololo even told him yesterday that you don't know about the National Prosecuting Authority. They are also dealing with this case. This case is still pending. And Maumela by then he said, no, you can't tell like that. Then she rephrased it, but she was still saying the same thing. I'm telling you, Tumela is going inside. With who, I don't know. But he himself is going there. He knows the guy who was wearing white and the jean, it was Senzo. And the neighbors peeped through the window and saw that if there was someone who was wearing like that, yet if he was the only one who was wearing the white T-shirt. And the bullet was in the front and it had an exit at the back. How come? Because he was facing the one who shot him. Even 1, 2, 3, the guy is not known where he went to. You understand?
Yeah, no, we hear you.
I'm telling you.
We hear you. Thank you very much for your contribution.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, so someone was saying that I must interpret what I was saying.
With that guy, they felt like they were missing something.
No, I think the person was just asking questions about the case, clarity basically, of what you guys mostly know. I think he's not...
they heard something about the intelligence. Can the case be escalated to intelligence?
No. I think we were, it was an issue of, just clarifying that we have national and we have this one of SAPS, which is, that's...
private prosecution?
Nothing much actually that was said there. We didn't miss anything. Like a lot of things were just questions that
he was asking a lot of questions, guys. He was asking a lot of questions that I think you already have information to if you've been joining the live streams.
Yes.
So you didn't miss anything.
You didn't miss anything.
Don't stress.
Don't. Mzansi Reality, hello.
Hi,
how are you?
It's me, Shaida.
Yes.
I'm fine.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi, Emily.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. Okay, I just want to make some points.
Okay.
Do you remember on Friday when they said that Dumelo is finished with his re-examination?
Yes.
And then Titi Tubani, he stood up and he wanted to address the court with some points. And then Judge Moimbela says no, that he don't think he should do that because the attorney for the state attorney, he stood up and he says no, that Titi just want to have another bite of the cherry or something like that to question him.
Yes.
So then isn't TD he says that he wants this what you call witness back on stand for questioning.
Put to me back.
Re-examination. Yes.
No.
He says
it was I think it was an issue of to me adding certain information that was.
No, he says he was going to. He says he was going to put some application forth for Dumelo to come back on stand.
He said he was going to put an application for.
Yes.
For the case.
Dumelo.
Was it Dumelo?
Yes, for Dumelo to come back.
But
he's going to do it in another court, something like that. He said he's going to put an application for.
If you say another court, it was an issue of something else. It was not Dumelo. It was
and
talking
then he
about
says,
something else.
He says to the judge that no, that he had an instruction from his accused that he needed to take some instructions from them while what's her name? The accused 5. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he says that the accused gave him some instructions. You're supposed to take it that time, but he's going to take the instructions from them. That's why he asked for early adjournment on Friday.
That's true.
And he told that on Monday he's going to give the outcome of what he discussed with his accused.
Yes.
The clients.
Yes.
So I think Titi Tubane knew what was coming, but he pretended like he didn't know anything.
Yeah.
Because he knew that these people had another attorney. Like this guy that is coming first, he is more higher than Titi Tubane because he is the attorney, and this guy is an advocate. So the qualifications are more higher.
Isn't this guy an attorney?
Sorry?
I think I researched this guy. He's an
attorney
who just speaks proper, nice English.
He's an attorney as well.
He's got a company.
I'm not sure, but
he's got a company.
But they both are going to work, But they both are going to work together.
Yes.
And even Titi Tubane, he said in his when they viewed him after the case and they asked him, "Are you fired?" and what? He started laughing. He's saying, "No, it's not like that. That we're not fired and stuff. We're going to work together." And this date was supposed to be postponed for the same date in May. And that is why they gave this date now, because they knew what was going to come.
Okay.
They know how to drill them.
I think I have an answer for you here from Kansile Mabuza. The clarity here is that the application for review of the proceedings following the use of certain letter by the NPA regarding docket 375. So that was the application that they were talking about.
It wasn't for the men.
Yes.
It was not for Dumelo, it was for the review of the entire court proceedings.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
With
I
relation
understand.
to
Now I get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kapsile.
No, but let's see what happens when May comes, because I'm like really looking forward for this. Senzo needs to rest in peace,
Yes. No.
And we all are we crying out for justice to be served.
Thank you.
Because I think that this is more there is something behind the story.
Yeah.
So I was looking forward to see who was the next witness, because even Zandi, she says on the show that you know what, Senzo died in her hands. Dumelo comes and says that Senzo died in his hands. And then she says that she ran in the bathroom when the gun went off. She ran in the bathroom and somebody else was already in the bathroom. Don't know whether it was Dumi or whether it was the other guy.
Yeah.
What's his name? Twala.
Long. Is it Mtozisi? Twala.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think they both ran into the bathroom together when the gun ran off or what. That was Andy's statement in the show that she was interviewed in. So we don't know.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Because,
yeah,
okay,
let's give
thanks for
someone
giving me
else
the
a chance.
opportunity.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Zanzi Reality, hello.
Hello, Mr. Anonymous.
Normally we pass when we can hear ourselves.
Yes, sir, I switch off. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Good.
Yeah, fit. Just a quick question now.
Sure.
Mr. Anonymous.
Yeah.
Hi, Emily.
Hi, Emily.
Hi. I'm listening. I'm waiting for you to
say
shoot.
something. I want to find out.
Yes.
Tell me about the new lawyer. What do you think before I just say my opinion? What do you think about the new lawyer?
I think he's learned. I think he speaks proper English, and obviously it's a Veiws. So I think he's got a company also. I think based on his beard, you can tell he's been fighting these battles. So I think he's gonna be a very, very good addition, if anything.
Yeah. I think in that way as well. I think the new lawyer, they've realized there's something lacking, not because maybe it's lacking of something else. Sometimes you can be educated, but, so that's why sometimes you can create something, but you need somebody who's going to sell it, because you're not a good seller, but you're a good producer.
Yes.
I think this lawyer or the new attorney or something,
yeah.
I think they have realized something lacking. That they can bring something better. Even myself, to be honest with you, allegedly, I sense there's something lacking. Something lacking. You can be a footballer, but you need some technique.
Yeah.
You can be snooker.
Sure.
You need some, to manipulate your game. You know what I mean? But it wasn't there to Mr. Titi. He's educated, yes, but wasn't there. Something was missing. Spicy.
Sure. Yeah. No, we hear you.
Nami, I
think
to believe
again by
something is missing.
Pausing for a while, just to take a break for some months.
Yes.
I think it's a good thing in a different way. Other people, they say, okay, it's a tactical or whatever it is. But for me, I think it's good because the person who's going to come in is going to come in with a different attitude or all the things for Tumelo. They will forget about it. That will be gone. That will be gone already to their mind. So they'll end up mixing things themselves, contradicting themselves. You know what I mean? So I think for me, I like that. When they come back, they start making some lies again. Anyway, they're always, cooking whatever they're cooking.
Yeah.
I think they'll end up caught.
Yeah.
Badly.
Yeah.
Badly. Now they're being caught, but they end up being caught badly.
No, we thank you.
So, I don't know what you think about that pausing for now up to next year. What do you think?
I think it's long enough for someone to acquaint themselves with whatever that they need to. I think it is too long. Again, there's too much space until May, if I'm not mistaken. So there is no excuse when this thing comes back unless there's a new lawyer that comes in again.
Yeah. And there's another thing I wanted to say, but I forgot last time. I didn't manage to call. You know, the judge Maumela, isn't he? Judge Maumela,
Yes.
I think Judge Maumela as well, he doesn't respect the TT.
Yes.
Because you remember, he was trying to answer Baloyi, yeah?
Yeah.
Then I think that question was supposed to say, okay, don't answer because it's what protection or something. Then said, no, I want to answer him, not to repeat the question, but I want to say something.
Yes.
Which by the law, you are allowed to answer that, the state.
Mm-hmm.
Then judge said no, and when he says no, he was harshly. At the same time, he was wrong to stop Titi. But the media, they don't pick it up that. They only pick it up that Titi is too emotional or is too harsh. It's unfair. They have to pick it up both sides. That old man, now I'm going to say that because he didn't respect me, I'm going to lose my respect as well. He must respect other people. 1, 2, he says sit down. If there is a question, sit down. Oh, I think he doesn't look at himself to the mirror. He only, I don't know. I think the new lawyer is going to be better because they have sensed that guy is playing with no respect for Titi. I'm from the fuck all.
Okay.
So, yeah, that is my taking, guys.
Thank you very much. I see the credentials are being revealed here.
Yeah.
Of this man is from Veiws, UNISA, and University of Pretoria.
He's Leonard.
Oh. Yeah. He's
a Leonard friend.
No, if really he has traveled this much.
No, he's Leonard.
If he's from also tax, I get. He's Leonard because there in tax there's one lecture there called casting. I don't know if it's still there for law. A man with a hat. If he's from there, yeah, he's trained. That is all I can say. Right.
Someone is saying something very, very interesting here. Okay. Sitembile Fuzani says, I think it's a strategy of Titi Tobani because of Mr. Afro undermining Titi. I think it's a strategy so that Mr. Afro will be confused. What do you think?
I think so too.
Do you think so?
I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Let me say I think so.
And then Nokwazi says, if Titi was a Zulu man, things were going to be different. Zulu men, another thing. But then that's the thing. They have short tempers as well. I feel like with the Zulu men, what happened to Tifa would have happened.
No, I've got a lot of friends who are actually advocates and they are Zulus. Actually, a lot of them.
How do they calm down?
Because we were into this thing of politics, they are trained to deal with issues such as it. I think when you are doing law, it is advisable to actually participate in politics.
Especially at varsity.
Especially at varsity, or even if you're practicing around your home community. You need to represent something at some point before you even go to, because it helps you. I find that a lot of lawyers who are more affiliated to politics, they actually are good lawyers, except for a few that I've seen actually losing their temper. We obviously have certain people who are losing their temper, and you can look far from one of the best that we have also. But most of them, you find people like, I can't mention more names, but mostly I've seen lawyers who are going to be good lawyers participating also in politics.
Okay. That's very interesting. Is there anybody else who wants to call in? Please call in.
apparently the credentials that I gave in are not for the person. So basically, it's people who are representing. No, isn't it Advocate Msholo is from UKZN though?
Advocate Msholo is
because,
from UKZN.
I think you popped in UP there because I know it.
No, Advocate Msholo is from UKZN. I don't know about the others. Even Ramos Silip.
Yeah, Advocate Msholo is from UKZN.
I have to learn this new advocate before I start butchering.
Just say Sipo, you'll be fine.
Okay, Sipo. Isn't that disrespectful?
Is that
Ramos Sepele?
You call TT Mos, isn't that disrespectful? Or you are also
I call TT.
You are selectively.
I call him TT.
Yes.
After TT Tobani. TT, give me the TT. Okay,
Tobejani.
Tobejani.
Guys, I think this is the time for us to actually shut it down now. And let us remind you, please subscribe, guys. We appreciate you subscribing. We have a caller here, international caller, Zanzi Reality. Hello. Zanzi Reality. Hello, how are you?
Hello, Mr. Anonymous. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
we definitely can hear you.
Yeah. I'm following this case I'm from Portugal.
Oh, Portugal is in the house.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, I would just want to comment, just a small comment, I won't be long.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, I think the additional of the new counsel.
Yes.
That thing is they worked upon it. They plan together. Those people, they know each other. That one is a strategy just to be able to work with those, the judge and the what they call him.
Vaseline. Which one?
Advocate Mshololo? Advocate Baloy?
No, that is Vaseline. I wanted the name Vaseline. I forgot.
It's Baloy.
That's a strategy only. It's not that there is a problem or what. I just have a feeling that it's just a strategy just to confuse everything. Now that attitude, if he repeats the attitude again, I think that will be a problem. Now he won't do that anymore.
Hey,
you see?
Hey, never.
I think that is the only
never bet on someone you don't know.
That they know each other.
Never bet on someone you don't know.
He can't just court without talking with the other.
What did you say to Dev? What did you say to Dev? You said the same thing to Dev. I won't do it to TT. He's dealing with TT now. Now we're moving to Veiws candidates.
You know, these days, my friends, I'm sick. I can't work. You know, I'm worried of that goalkeeper. You know, I'm worried. You know, I can't work.
Yes.
It's disturbing me. You know, I can't even work. I was thinking that maybe at the end of these 2-3 weeks, maybe he will get justice. But
2 weeks. Sure. You are fast.
Well, this is gonna take years.
It's gonna take years. I project 3 years.
And
okay. I just wanted to add that. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
You guys are doing a good job. We know you are doing a very, very important. You are giving us a very important information, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Nana K says, "Me too, ladies. We didn't get justice for our dead 29 years later, if not more." Now, how many cases are like this in South Africa? Some, you have to condition yourself to let it go.
Exactly. This one is saying, "Good evening, Emily and Mr. Anonymous. About today, the accused, on my opinion, they still love Titi, but someone who is mastermind went to them or their parents to fool them to have new advocate because the state is in the corner now after Madlala's testimony. They want to delay the case. If Mtogo had to testify, the truth would be out and these guys would be released and sue the state. And that
allegedly.
Allegedly. Everything is allegedly. That got me at Mr. Anonymous. We hear you. And I think we have covered everyone else. And by that, Kaiba told Mr. Anonymous 3 years. Let's pray Mrs. Meyiwa will live until the cases of our live forever. No one is going anywhere. No one is going anywhere. We are here. We are here.
Against that.
And again, guys, thank you for subscribing and liking the video. We love you. When you hear that, that means I'm going out. I'm going out. I'm going out. You know?
Guys.
It feels like Friday. The Friday that lawyer was supposed to come by. Friday.
The Friday that he was supposed to show up.
Yes.
Not Monday.
Too much love for you guys. And that's it from my side. And bye.